Hello everybody out there. Thanks for watching my video. I'd like to say thank you to all my subscribers. You three people know who you are. Actually, I have a few more than 3, but I've got nothing to brag about. I think I might be up to about 40 subscribers, but hey, I appreciate each and every one. I'm Secondhand Dan, coming to you from the secondhand land at my Penny Pinchers thrift shop store in east of Pittsburgh. So I thought I'd take you around and show you some yard sale finds and estate sale finds. I know it's been about a month since the last time I posted anything. I was getting ready a couple days ago and I started getting the camera, the phone ready. I thought, okay, well, I'm going to use my cordless lapel microphone. And so I'm dickering with the microphone. I'm like, I can't get it to connect to my phone. You know, the Bluetooth, I keep hitting scan Bluetooth. It's not finding it. So I wasted, 15 minutes putzing around. Today, I went back at it again. I said, okay, it's still not finding it. Finally, light bulb went off. There's the receiver that I plug in the bottom of my phone is how the lapel microphone connects. It is not a Bluetooth that the phone has to pick up. Now, if it's a Bluetooth signal between this and that receiver on the end of the phone, I don't know, but I don't have to do anything other than just plug the two in and turn them on. And if they both have a blue light, I guess they're ready to go. I do not have to activate the Bluetooth in the phone itself. So I am recording this with a Samsung smartphone, but let me take you through the house here and show you the yard sale and estate sale things that I've found. Now, normally I would just take you outside, to the truck and start offloading them and telling you what I have. But it's been days and even a week or two for some of these finds that I've picked up at yard sales. So there's nothing on the truck. I actually did use the car too. The wife took the truck early Saturday, but I used the car for a neighborhood sale. Fortunately or unfortunately, there was nothing really huge that I purchased that I had to try and need a truck for. So, but let's go in-house and show you some of the things that I found at a yard sale. That is one heck of a nice charger. These type are getting harder to find. The condition on this is pretty darn good. Big 10 amp, name brand. You can tell a good battery charger when you find, because they're heavy. Some of these new ones are about half the weight. And another little bonus is, it's a 6 volt, 12 volt, is it came with this box. So, got the little storage container for it. I actually sold a battery charger once on eBay and made some good money. So I know I've got a couple other chargers in-house, so maybe I'll hang on to this one and let go of another one. Check this out. I got iced tea, drinking iced tea. That wasn't a yard sale find. That was a dumpster find. Just cruising up the road here. I said, sure, hop aboard, iced tea. Here was a freebie. Somebody had a box, you've got enough yard sales. A lot of people just say, I'm sick and tired of said item. I don't care about getting any money for it. They want to get rid of it. They put it in the freebie box. I'm like, sure. Farberware knife block set. I mean, it looks like one knife is missing, but for free, I'll take it. This is the cat's meow. This, I definitely picked this up on Saturday, just this past Saturday. It was a heck of a find. It's a mid-century modern, it seems to be made out of high-impact plastic. I Googled it. It's a couple of $100. And I only had to pay 15 bucks for it. There's no cracks in it. No chunks taken off of it. I mean, it's got a little bit of patina on it. I haven't tried to clean it up or anything yet. I picked up this Bluetooth boombox. I have a Bluetooth speaker. It's about half the size of a can of pop, but at the estate sale, I was able to put a pile together, and this is one of the items I put in the pile. The Bluetooth, and it's a name brand too. It's a Sylvania. At that estate sale, I also, in the pile I put together, lighters. A lot of these are Zippos. There's a Zippo with a Bronco Cowboy. There's a Zippo with in a tin box. There's a Zippo that says eat, ride, sleep. I do that, but I ride my truck. Hey, Salem. You can take Salem out of the country, but you can't take the country out of Salem. Who remembers that? That's back in the day when they used to have advertised cigarettes on TV. This is actually a Storm King. And another Zippo. Is it? No, I take that back. That's what is that? Supreme. Looks like it earned some patina over the years. This is a Ronson. Another Zippo with Dravot. That's a steel processing facility here. We actually have an area of Pittsburgh called Dravosburg. Here's another Ronson. Another Zippo. Another Zippo in a tin. Ooh, look at that, iridescent. Give me a second, we'll open up those other Zippos and get a close-up on them. Okay, here's Zippos that were still in the boxes and bags that I had to set the phone down to open them up, but they look brand new. And I have a table lighter with a eagle-themed table lighter. What is that? That looks like the lion's heads. Lion's heads. First glance, I thought that was a dog when looking straight on it, but profile, you can see it's a lion. If you're curious as to who makes it, it's made by, I don't know. All right, but still, it's a table lighter. All right. And we have the old classic aluminum cigarette box case. And here is a thirst aid kit. Not a first aid kit, a thirst aid kit. So if it's only for emergency use only, but you would have your bourbon, gin, and scotch if it's an emergency. Truth be known, alcohol makes you more thirsty, but that's the joke though, it's a thirst aid kit. Couple of tin signs. You know, you can see what they were selling them for at the yard sale, but I got them grouped together with something else. So I basically almost got the signs for free when I grouped them with another item. So would you do this much for everything? So I'll probably get closer to, you know, maybe $10 a piece myself when I take them up to the antique mall where I'm a participating dealer. I'm going to take you guys up to the antique mall real soon. Right now they're closed for 2 weeks. They're doing a shutdown for the last 2 weeks of August. They had, in the past, they've done shutdowns, I think the first 2 weeks in February. But they said, well, we're going to change that up. And I agree, because they said it's slower in August, so let's shut it down in August for the 2 weeks, you know, for repairs, maintenance, and for the staff to go on vacation. Here is a tin box for what it's worth. Back in the day, a lot of things came in tins, especially crackers. But I don't know what came in this one. Could it have been a humidor? Let's see if I can get it open. There we go. It's hinged. Now, there is a name on the bottom. No, I take that back. It's not a name. It's just the way the paint was scratched up. But I'm thinking it was a humidor. Poor man's humidor. And for whatever reason, it came with a Notre Dame glass. I wouldn't have actively sought out that glass, but I think I just threw this in the pile because I like the stylings of it. So let's move on. At the Friday estate sale, where I got the lighters, I also picked these up. These are Banks. And although this one is a John Deere theme, I guess these pumps would have been about what, late 20s, early 30s, when they were actually life-size pumps out there that these represent. But I'm pretty sure there was no John Deere version out there. But there was probably actual mobile gas. Mobile gas. Okay, I usually don't have a problem with tongue twisters, and that's not really a tongue twister. But anyway, mobile gas. These are Banks. And what's cool about it, I just figured them out. I'm looking in there, I'm like, okay, well, it's a little inconvenient. You got to take the top off to put the money in. So, put your money in, put my 2 cents worth in. I'm like, okay, well, what happens? It's going to fill up after not too long, but I'm lifting it up, and I'm like, well, what about, there's a lock on the bottom. Why is the bottom locked? Well, I guess because I figured there's going to be money in here. Well, how's the money get in there? Oh, pull this lever. And in they go. And then you put the top back on. I know people call these gas pumps, but technically they didn't pump the gas. They drained the gas back in the day. Well, I guess they had to pump it into here. So you would tell them, oh, I want 5 gallons. Well, the machine would come on and they would pump the gas into this vessel until it got up to 5 gallons. And once 5 gallons there, they'd stop the machine and put the nozzle in your vehicle, and they would drain that area. So you're actually draining gas into your car. I also got at another sale, on a Saturday sale, a box of Skull mugs. Now these mugs, I'm researching them on eBay. I came across identical mugs that were Disney. And the only difference between this mug and a Disney mug was Disney mug had a different decal on it and they had a different stamp on it. So mine might be actually a little bit older than a Disney mug. I guess back in the early 70s you could buy these at the haunted house souvenir shop in Disney World. So I have a box of them. I think, yeah, over there. There's still 5 more in there. But they'll sell by the piece. I don't have to sell them as a set. At the yard sale where I got those mugs, I also got a big collection of records. Now, I gave them $50. So that included all these. You see I have stuff like Smokey Robinson, yeah, Sound of Music, lame. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, lame. But they're, okay, let's get to the good ones. James Taylor. Rita Coolidge. Bonnie Tyler. Total Eclipse of the Heart. Diana Ross, okay. They get better. They get Kenny Rogers. Carole King, Tapestry. I'm not going to do every one of these, but there is some rockish type ones in here. I actually had some Beatles ones in here. I think I took the Beatle ones out and appraised them, and I took them up to my spot. There's Jackson Browne, up to the Antique Mall. Bee Gees. I think I had one was a double albums, like what was it, like 68 to 69, something like that. There was a white album. There was an Abbey Road. Bob Seger. Steve Martin. Comedy isn't pretty. Comedy is not pretty. And out of this same box, Willie Nelson. I found 10 Willie Nelsons. 10 albums, which actually some are double, so there's a total of 14 records in here. And they are in good condition. But they, some people just want them to play them. Some people want them for both, as a collectible. They want good presentation. So these have both going for them. The presentation, although they're not mint condition, I thought, they've got a little patina, but you can see the corners aren't all jacked up on them, curled. You don't see the album. Sometimes you'll see them pressing through from being stacked together for years, being slid in and out. So there's none of that. So I've got all these Willie Nelsons. So I grouped 10 albums with 14 records on eBay, and I'm looking for a starting bid of $99. So we'll see how that does. Funny thing is, I took a couple records up to the Antique Mall that weren't, well, other than the Beatles were from this lot, but I was at another yard sale and I bought 4 Halloween themed, like scary haunted house sounds and stuff like that. And I think I priced those like $12 to $15 a piece, and 2 of them sold right away. So, and I think I only had like a quarter a piece in those. There's more merchandise in here. Let me see where the next item is. Okay, from a yard sale. These are very desirable. A lot of people collect Lego sets. This is a Minecraft, and it's still sealed. That's the only ones I really want to deal with. I don't buy if they've been open and the box is all janky, and I usually pass on them because I'm buying for resale, not for my kids to play with. I mean, there's a little bit of crush on this box, but the box ain't mint, but it's not enough that it's really going to dissuade anybody from purchasing it. I picked this up at the estate sale on Friday with the same place from the lighters. World's Fair Skater. So it runs on a little power pack. It lights up, and the skaters, I guess, work their way around. Now, I plugged it in, but I didn't put the skaters out because they're still sealed in their packages. And actually the power cord was still sealed in this package, but I was able to pull out the one end and then force the prongs through the plastic in order just to plug this in. And it lit up and it played music. So it's a pretty sure bet that the rest of it's going to work too. So it's basically, it's never been used. These things are going for like $100 and up on eBay. I'm not big into buying die-cast model cars unless I see something I really like that I'm thinking somebody else is really going to like. Here's a 68 Oldsmobile. Now these die-cast collectibles, some are more sought after than others. So if you have the right model, of course it's got to be in good condition. There's some people that have dozens. Some people have hundreds of these, but I think this is a good one. A 63 63 Studebaker Avante. Because I've always appreciated that particular car in real life. I used to see it around while I was growing up, off and on over the years. So I think that's going to do well on eBay, because it's basically, it's never been out of the package. You can see it still has the banding around it to hold it in place. And when I take pictures of this for eBay, I just do it right through the window here. So I'll just enlarge, try and get a nice close-up, because the collectors want as less manhandling on the items as possible. So when I can say, well, I never took it out of the box, it never looks like it's been out of the box. So that's on eBay. And I have another one, a 66 Oldsmobile Toronado. That's pretty. Very pretty. And the thing with this is, I can tell them the box is sealed. Actually, both ends have been taped shut originally, so there's a little dust on the window, but so that's on eBay too. So I expect to make some money. I put that in the pile that I bought at the estate sale on Friday. Thanks to Francis, who operates that estate sale. He usually treats me pretty good, lets me put a pile together and gives me a more than reasonable price on the whole pile. So here's an item that came from that estate sale. It's a typewriter. I believe that's an aluminum lid. It's a Hermes Rocket. And this was when I did a second walkthrough at the estate sale. I'd already been through, I think, and settled up and bought a pile of stuff. And I said, okay, because you want to get through and find all the cherries, because there is some competition for the cherries at these estate sales, those things that are valuable that you can pick up cheap and resell. But this I got through the second walkthrough, and it was sitting on the basement floor. It wasn't displayed. It was sandwiched between some other junk on the basement floor. And I was pretty sure it was a typewriter when I saw the case, but unlike a lot of typewriters, the case is pretty low profile. And I've sold a number of typewriters over the years, but people like the off colors, the greens and blues. So, and I put it through the test. I actually had a piece of paper in there and typed out a couple sentences, and I was pleased with the way it works. So I put it on eBay. It should do better than $100. So I probably only have like $5 into it if I was to guesstimate. But like I say, I put a pile of items together at the estate sale, and we agreed a price on the pile. So it's up to me, I guess, to figure out in my mind what I'm paying per item, just so I have a jump off point. So I like to think that I paid $5 for it. Here's a pleasant little item. It also came from the Friday estate sale. I know, if standing here you think, that's just a little wood box, big deal. Well, when you focus in on it, it says Standard Household Lubricant. So that would be the Standard Oil Company. So people love things to do with oil companies. It says on both sides. So I'm going to try that on eBay and see what happens. Oh, here's a yard-long panoramic of some, looks like World War I type troop. I don't know if that's pre-war or post-war. I would venture to say pre-war, but that's good for people who like to collect military, or just for in general for people decorating a man cave. So there's a lot of history in there, and it's, kind of blows my mind when you think that
in all likelihood, every one of these gentlemen has gone on to meet their maker. All right. What else? What else? Some more signage. Big signs. Oh, Grange, come on. This has to do with Colt. I suppose that's supposed to be like Annie Oakley. It doesn't have a name. If not, it was just a representation without using her exact image. Daisy. Another Daisy sign here. And Smith & Wesson. You can see there's a theme going on here, huh? And Wolf's High Velocity. Okay. So it's all guns and ammo. I got a deal on those. I think it was, there's 5 of them there. I think I got them all for $15 for the lot of them. Okay, what else is here? What else is here? Let me take a look-see. Here's a unique piece. Do you know what that is? It's a Rees, R-E-E-S, number 2A jack. And I assume it's for jacking up heavy equipment and cars. I saw one on the eBay. I think it was maybe the next model up, which means it was just a little bit taller, a little larger. It sold for $100, but you see, so that would go under the axle. And along with being able to go under an axle, it also has this little ear down here in case the axle feature isn't what you need. Now, I replaced the bolt in it. It came to me with a 6-sided. You can see there's a 4-sided over there, but there was a 6-sided on here, and it actually was too long. So I found this 4-sided. It was also too long, but I was able to cut it off, and it's actually a size bigger than this one on the head. The threads are the same, but I scratched that up a little bit, hit it with sandpaper, so in time it'll probably get a light rust to it to blend in a little better. But, you know, I'm attracted to such things like this, especially when they're working. And I haven't seen this particular one, and the price was right. It came with these shoe lasts. So if you want to be a cobbler, this is what you need. You anchor that to your bench, and to work on shoes, they used to nail those shoes together before glue was the way to do it all. And you have various sizes. You think that's big? Well, check that size out. That's about mine. That looks like a 10. This one looks like about a 6. There's 2 more in here. It even gets down to the toddler size. So that came with the jack. These are overly saturating the antique market. There's really no money to be made off of them. So, you know, I would hope to sell in this wooden box, which it didn't come with this wooden box. It actually came with that galvanized one, which is all bent up, ready to fall apart. But I put them in this wooden box. So, you know, I'll put them up at the antique mall, and if I get $20 for the collection, I'll be happy. You know, there's always that person that, you know, doesn't know that there are thousands of them out there, or they're new to antiques, or it's just what they happen to be looking for. Because even though you do see them a lot of times, you don't necessarily see them a lot of times grouped together in a set. You usually just find the stand in one of them. So, cute little item here. I bought this as a keeper for my grandson. He's like about 20 months old. So it's probably a little bit above his pay grade, so we shall we say. He's not ready for it yet. But when he is, you know, I figure it's a great way to learn about the United States, learn that there's 50 of them, and learn the capitals. I was never drilled in over the capitals when I went to school. We weren't even, you know, we weren't even called to try to memorize the states, but each one has the state and a landmark. And I was just slightly disappointed. I thought, oh, it's a 50-piece puzzle. No, it's not a 50-piece puzzle. Even though there's 50 states, some of the states are doubled up together. So everyone's anywhere from 2 to 4 states, but it's a great learning tool. So maybe I'm going to be going away come mid-December, so maybe when I get back in June 2025, my grandson will be ready to tackle this. And maybe I'll quiz him and give him some kind of reward for getting some of the things right. And also I picked up Looney Tune glasses. I'm usually not a big fan of Looney Tune glasses, but these look like ones that I hadn't had, you know. There's that Droopy Dog. You know, I was able to buy a group of them at a good price. Tuffy, you know, if you told me, guess who that is? I know Tom and Jerry. I didn't know that his, I don't know if it's a nephew or something like that, is Tuffy. Well, Tuffy wouldn't be a Looney Tune, would he? What's it say on there? Yeah, it doesn't say anything about Looney Tune. Yeah, what am I talking? These ain't Looney Tunes. These are Hanna-Barbera. Okay. Droopy. Another Tuffy. And there's Jerry. Now, traditionally, they are Looney Tune glasses when you come across the cartoon figures on here. Looks like we got 3 Tomcats. 1, 2, 3, and another Droopy. But yeah, I in the back of my mind, I just said Looney Tunes, and it's like, wait a sec. There's no Tuffy Looney Tune mouse. But it's because I do have Looney Tune glasses over here. Roadrunner, Wile-E, another Roadrunner, Yosemite Sam, and Pepe Le Pew. He's been canceled. There's Petunia Pig, and Beaky Buzzard. Go. So, E.T., he's not a Looney Tune, but, and I got my Spuds MacKenzie. These glasses have been around for, you know, a year or two. Another Spuds MacKenzie, the original party animal, huh? Well, that's what it says on there. And of course, there's a slew of Garfield mugs. You know, 10 years ago, these were good sellers. Not so much anymore. But they will sell. Instead of Coca-Cola, glass-handled mugs with a pitcher. Now, I don't think they necessarily wear a set because you see where the pitcher's textured. and the mugs aren't, but yeah, you can still sell them off. Oh, well, here's what would go with the pitcher. The large tumblers without the handle. Problem is, you know, I don't get the turnaround in my store that I used to. I mean, I've been here for like 20 years, and you know, a lot of people would come through here during a week. Not so much anymore. Everybody's doing their shopping on the internet. And my location, although it's half decent, it's definitely not prime. I am on a 4-lane road that stretches between some municipalities here. The actual name of our road is, get this, East Pittsburgh McKeesport Boulevard. And as this road, it'll take you to East Pittsburgh and it'll take you to McKeesport. But the majority of it runs through North for Sales. So why didn't they call it North for Sales Boulevard? It's a lot easier to say and write down as far as my address. I tell people my address. I'm at 518 East Pittsburgh McKeesport Boulevard. They're, oh, you're in East Pittsburgh. No, I'm not in East Pittsburgh. Oh, you're in McKeesport. No, I'm not in McKeesport. I'm in North for Sales. Well, it's been good to me living here. Owning this building now for about 20 years. I got it at the right price. Last year we just had everything, all that trim painted tan. Somebody was next door painting, and I said, come on over and we'll talk. His first numbers, he threw me out. I'm like, nope. He came back again with another number. I'm like, nope. So I think it took him about 4 tries before I said, yeah, I can do that. He did some good work, and I think he got a fair amount for what it is. He didn't make out like a bandit, and neither did I. So I'm trying to think, is there anything else in the house that I have yet to show you? The thing is, I put some of the stuff on eBay already, and some of it I took up to the antique mall. So, like these lighters here, I'm going to have to go to my computer and make sure that no particular one is worth big bucks. I mean, they all might be worth, anywhere 5, 10, 15, 20. But make sure there's no $100 one here. So I got to do something before somebody walks in the door and asks me what price on a lighter is. So I want to be ready for them. Because if I price them and I can stick them in my showcase, and I'll know that, well, there goes the profit. One of them broke. You think that's bad? But one time, I was at a sale. Yeah, Droopy bit the dust. At one time, I was at a lady's house. They were cleaning out the estate of their deceased family member, and I was in the kitchen, and it was Looney Tunes, not Hanna-Barbera's. It was Looney Tunes, and I must have loaded about 15 of them into a cardboard box. And I picked that box up, and the bottom dropped out. Lost like half of them. I mean, I didn't lose any real money over the deal. It's not like I agreed to give her big bucks for them. And no, I'm sure I was paying, $1 a piece or something like that. Or I grouped them with another lot of items that I agreed to buy from them. So that's the thing. Yeah, you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. Well, God knows I've broken a number of eggs in this business over the years. So let's be careful out there. You know where that quote comes from? Let's be careful out there. Put it down in the comments if you know that one. I'll give you a clue. It was one of my all-time favorite TV shows.